Hi, my name is Noeline. I'm from Kampala, Uganda. I'm a CSP fellow for 2016. I was in the Women and Gender thematic area and as attached to the YWCA of Houston. My original follow-on project idea was to design a business accelerator program for some of the young women that had gone through the CHUSA program. CHUSA is an organization that I run here in Kampala, and we work with out-of-school youth in the urban slum communities, empowering them to become employable. So my original idea was to identify the young women that had started small and micro enterprises and to take them through a business accelerator training where I would help them standardize their businesses, help them scale up, and to be able to increase profit but also visibility for their businesses. Now, one of the things we had originally identified is that a lot of the girls, even after they go through the program, they would struggle to take their businesses off compared to the young men, but also they would struggle in sense of esteem and confidence and mutual support. Hence the reason why we decided to design the Women Empowerment Program specifically for the young vulnerable women. So when I came to Houston, I realized that they were focusing on women empowerment in different aspects. They were doing advocacy, they were doing training, they were doing child care, early childhood care, early childhood development. They were working with seniors, and I focused on the Women Empowerment Program for the youth that they were working on. One of the things I looked out for is what they were doing that I could take back home and what it is that I could add to their project as well. So right from the first month, I did share my idea with my supervisor. I told her what I wanted to do and how I wanted to go about it. And we began to share ideas. I asked for her input, and I told her I was interested in learning how better I could do it because they've been doing this for years, centuries, and yet CHUSA is so young. So I was eager to learn and find out what works and what doesn't work. So when I started discussing with my supervisor, one of the things that came up was the aspect of mentoring. So originally we were linking the young people to mentors within the communities who are very few, and because of that would link them to whatever mentor we came across, whether they were male or female, and whether their business was really close what they wanted to do or not. So my supervisor was very interested and suggested that that's an area where the YWC in Houston could basically partner with CHUSA on the long term. And that was exciting for me because then it meant it wasn't just about the follow-on project, but this was going to be a long-term partnership for us. So we started talking more about the partnership, and so we designed the program in a way that we would do the training, the business accelerator, but then would also match the young girls to business professionals within the Houston community. That would encourage culture exchange, but also the scope of influence and exposure for the girls, and it worked out perfectly well. So when Miss Allison did come down and she facilitated the training, the girls were very excited learning about the US culture, but also it opened their minds to so many possibilities that they hadn't explored. For example, most of the girls were using social media for just communication, and then after that exposure, Miss Allison taught them how to use social media for their businesses, and many of the girls are now confident to use social media and showcase their products, their services, get customers, and leverage all the competition in the market. So in the end, this partnership has been very fruitful. What I can say is you need to be open with your supervisor and be committed to working together right from the first month to the very last minute, because it's all about relationship, it's about commitment and partnership all the way to the very end.